Welcome back to another mega episode of English Spot. I'm Aryan, and today we are not just doing a podcast, we are doing a complete survival guide. If you've ever felt your heart racing or your throat going dry before an interview, this episode is specifically for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Meera. Aryan, I'm so excited about today because we are going deep. Usually, people give 2-minute tips, but today we are spending the next 15 minutes breaking down every single brick of the interview process. We want our English Spot family to be the most confident people in the room.
Exactly, Meera. You know, English is just a language, but communication is an art. Especially when you are targeting a job in the USA or a global firm. They aren't just looking for someone who speaks English. They are looking for a cultural fit. They want to know if you can handle their clients, their pressure, and their coffee break small talk.
That's a great point. So let's start with the very first stage, the entrance and the mindset. Aryan, before we even say hello, what should be going on in our heads?
Great question. Most candidates walk in like they are asking for a favor. That's mistake number one. You have to walk in as a problem solver. The company has a problem, maybe their sales are low, or their code has bugs, and you are the solution. If you have this mindset, your English will automatically sound more confident.
I love that. I am the solution. Listeners, write that down. Now, let's get to the big one, the question that starts every single interview in the history of the world. Tell me about yourself. Aryan, let's do a very slow, detailed breakdown of the PPF formula for everyone.
Absolutely. PPF stands for present, past, and future. Let's take a very common example. Suppose you are an accountant applying for a senior role.
Okay, I'll be the candidate. How do I start the present part without it sounding like a boring list?
You start with your impact. Instead of saying, I am an accountant, say, currently, I am a senior financial analyst at XYZ firms, where I oversee a portfolio of 50 high net worth clients and ensure 100% tax compliance. See? You mentioned your role, but you also mentioned your impact.
That sounds so much more professional. Okay, now moving to the past. How far back should I go? Should I talk about my school days?
Laugh zone. Only if your school days are relevant to the job. Otherwise, keep it to your professional milestones. Talk about a transformation. For example, before my current role, I worked with a startup where I built the entire accounting department from scratch. When I joined, their records were a mess, and by the time I left, we had a fully automated system that reduced errors by 40%.
Wow, so I'm not just telling my history, I'm showing my growth curve. And then the future, right?
Yes. The future is where you show you have a plan. I followed your company's recent merger in the news, and I'm eager to bring my experience in financial transitions to help your team stay organized during this growth phase. This shows you are not just looking for any job, you are looking for this job.
Aryan, that was a detailed answer right there. If our listeners practice that, they've already won half the battle. But let's talk about the stress questions now. Things like, why should we hire you? This one always feels like a trap.
It's only a trap if you don't have a value proposition. Meera, let's teach them the mirroring technique. Look at the job description. If they want someone fast-paced and detail-oriented, use those exact words in your answer. Say, you mentioned that you need someone who can thrive in a fast-paced environment while maintaining a sharp eye for detail. In my previous roles, I've consistently delivered high-quality work under tight deadlines, which makes me a perfect fit for this specific team.
That is genius. You are literally giving them back exactly what they asked for. It's like a puzzle piece fitting perfectly.
Exactly. Now, Meera, let's talk about something we haven't covered before. Body language in a virtual interview. Since many of our English Spot listeners are applying for remote jobs in the USA, they will be on Zoom or Google Meet.
Oh, that's so important. I see people looking at their own faces on the screen instead of the camera.
Right. Rule number one, look at the green light of the camera, not the person's eyes on the screen. It feels strange to you, but to the recruiter, it looks like you are making direct eye contact. And eye contact in the USA is a symbol of trust.
And what about hand gestures? Should we keep our hands still?
No, use them, but keep them within the frame of the camera. Using your hands shows energy and passion. If you sit like a statue, You sound like a robot.
Good tip. Let's move to the vocabulary laboratory. We need at least 20 powerful words and idioms for a long masterclass like this. Let's go, Aryan. I'll give the scenario. You give the English spot power word.
Let's do it. Ready when you are.
Okay, scenario 1. You are talking about a project you started and finished.
Use the word spearheaded. Example, I spearheaded the transition to a new CRM system. It sounds much stronger than I started.
Scenario 2. You are talking about how you can adapt to new things easily.
Use versatile or agile. Example, I pride myself on being a versatile professional who can pivot according to project needs.
Scenario 3. You are talking about working well with a team.
Use collaborative synergy. Example, I enjoy creating collaborative synergy within the team to ensure we meet our collective goals.
Scenario 4. Talking about a problem you fixed.
Use rectified. Example, I identified a gap in the workflow and rectified it immediately, saving the team 5 hours a week.
And 5 more quick ones?
Sure. Streamlined instead of simplified, quantifiable instead of measurable, leverage instead of use, consensus instead of agreement, and paradigm shift when talking about a big change in the industry.
Aryan, just using these words makes me feel more expensive.
Laughs. That's the goal, Meera. You want to sound high value. Now, let's tackle the salary question. This is where many candidates lose their confidence. What are your salary expectations?
Oh, I hate this one. If I say too much, I might lose the job. If I say too little, I lose money. What is the English spot strategy?
First, never give a single number. Give a range. Second, do your research on websites like Glassdoor for USA-based salaries. And third, use this phrase. Based on my research for this role in the current market and the value I bring with my experience, I am looking for something in the range of $60,000 to $70,000. However, I am open to discussing the total compensation package, including benefits.
Total compensation package. That sounds very professional. It shows you care about the whole deal, not just the cash.
Exactly. Now, Meera, we are approaching the final part of our masterclass. Let's talk about the post-interview etiquette. The thank you note. Within 12 hours, send a short, professional email. Say, "Thank you for your time today. I particularly enjoyed our conversation about our future projects. I am even more excited about the possibility of joining your team."
That small step puts you at the top of their mind. Aryan, this has been such a deep dive. I hope our listeners are taking notes. Success is not about being perfect, it's about being prepared.
It was. And listeners, remember, the bridge to your dream career is built with the words you choose. Don't just watch this video once. Play it in your car. Play it while you're cooking. Let these words sink into your subconscious.
And don't forget to visit our channel English Spot for more advice. If you want the full script of this podcast to practice, check the description below.
I'm Aryan.
And I'm Meera.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we will see you at the next spot.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we will see you at the next spot.